Hey you guys, I'm so late this morning. I don't know what happened. I was sitting here journaling, screwing around, and I looked up and the time completely got away from me. So let's get started. Today we're working on the journal advent calendar that I promised you guys. So I've kind of been playing around with things here on my desk. Well, hi Lola, my dog came to join us. So I've kind of been playing around with things this morning, just trying to figure out how we wanted to do this little advent calendar, and I think I've got a pretty good plan. Hi Alice! So I'm going to go ahead and share the link out in a couple places, and then we'll get started. I'm actually really excited about this one. I think it's going to come together a little. I mean, I had to sit there and think about, like, how are we going to make this work? But I think we've got a good plan. So this is kind of exciting. My newsletter went out this morning. Hopefully you guys got it. If you didn't, let me know. If you were supposed to get it and you didn't get it, then let me know. Because every now and then something goes wonky and I have to go in and fix something. Whoops. Okay. Oops. That's not what I want to do. Computers. Me and computers. I think if somebody ever writes a biography about me, it's going to be called Megan versus the Machines. I'm convinced of it. Because computers and I, we just don't get along. Okay. I have a few more to share and then we'll get started. All right. Did you guys get your printables? Have you started putting them in your 2018 journals? They're all up there for you. So I saw there were a lot of people that had accessed them and gotten them. So I think you guys are getting what you need. So that's good. That makes me happy. Okay, and then I am going to actually pull up my link tab because you guys usually have a lot of questions. And I also... Gosh, I don't know how time got so away from me this morning. You know why? Because I was journaling. You guys know how that goes, right? You start journaling, and then before you know it, you've journaled for too long. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay. So the first comment that I'm going to drop here is Life by Whitney, and she's... let's see. Oops, I put that in the wrong place. Let me come back here. Okay, there we go. Now it looks like it's coming from my page. I think I had accidentally dropped it as myself, like my personal profile. Okay, so the first one, those are the stamps that we're going to be using today. So I want to make sure that you guys have those. And then I also have a few other links on the side here that I can share kind of as we're going through. But if you guys have any questions about anything I'm using at any time, please ask. You guys know that I'm really good about, I'll go grab the link for you and drop it down below if you have a question about something that I'm using. But so, okay, let's get started. Hi, Janet. I've got Yvonne. Yay. I'm glad Yvonne made it. Hi, Amy. Talitha's here. Dawn's here. We've got all of our regulars. You guys are awesome. Veronica's here. CJ. Okay, we've got a lot of people, so let's go ahead and get started. So if you are new to Page Flutter, if you're not sure what I do here, last month, during all of November, we did Planvember, so we set up our 2018 journals. But now it's December, so we kind of get to shift gears and do some other types of pages. Hi, Jen. And we're going to today make a journal advent calendar, which was one that people requested that we do. And we're using some stamps that I got from a fellow blogger, Whitney from Life by Whitney. And she sent me some really cool Christmas stamps that I've been dying to try out in a spread. And last week we made a Christmas spread and then I forgot to use my stamps. So it was a perfect example, a perfect excuse for us to come back and use those stamps for another spread, because why not, right? So I kind of played around this morning and tried to come up with, how can we do this? How can we make a journal advent calendar? And I came up with a plan. And I sort of started putting it into motion, and then I realized that I was late. I was late for the video. So I hopped on to Facebook real fast so that I could do this live with you guys. So we'll kind of go through it together. And then you guys can always help me make decisions on the fly. And we can build these pages together. So let me kind of bring the camera around here, and I'll show you guys what I've been working on this morning. And I've got a couple of pictures and some fun toys that I sometimes like to play with in my journaling and in my memory keeping, specifically in my notebook. So not as much planning, not as much productivity, but today we're kind of playing. We're kind of doing more of a scrapbooky thing, which is going to be a lot of fun, and I like that aspect of journaling as well. So my dog is right where you guys need to be, so I'm going to kick her out a little bit. This dog is so lazy. You guys want to see her? Lola, come here. Let me say hi. There's Lola. So that's like my tripod's over here, and she's right where I want to put you guys. So I'm going to have to kick her out. Sorry, girl. Off you go. All right. Let me get you guys back up here where you belong. That's Lola. She is a good girl. Come on. Come on. You got to get up, baby. That's a good girl. She's getting so old. So now she's just like, she's my office dog, you know. She just wants to come in and snuggle with me and hang out in my office while I'm working. So. Oh, awesome. Yvonne says that her journaling group at church are doing Advent calendar on Sabbath. That's awesome. I love that. So I'm going to, when I laid this out, I had a really hard time getting 24 or 25 little cards on here to do the concept that I wanted to do. So instead, I'm going to do a 12 Days of Christmas. Hi, Mindy. I'm glad you made it. Hi, Rhonda. So I'm going to do 12 Days of Christmas instead of a full Advent calendar. But I feel like you can apply this to whatever, however you're celebrating the season, and that makes me really happy about it. So if you are celebrating Hanukkah, you could draw a menorah and use your cards for the candles. If you're doing full Advent, then you can do your 24, 25 cards, however, depending on how many you want to use. If you are doing more secular holidays, then you can do 12 Days of Christmas. So, or 12 Days of holidays, or whatever you want to do. So we're inclusive here. So however you want to do it, you can modify this. So I'm going to do 12 Days of Christmas today. And for me, it's going to be kind of a mix of things. But I've already kind of cut out these little cards. And I chose this size based on, I'll show you. I have an HP sprocket that makes, that will print out photos on sticker paper. And I can print them from my phone. And I really like this little guy. I think it's probably the handiest thing I found for printing photos. And it prints them in this size. This is, I think, let's measure it so I don't give you bad information. I think it's a 2x3. It is. It's a 2" by 3" photo, and it prints on sticker paper. And so that's a really handy way to just kind of put them in the journal. And so I just printed these out as an example so you guys could see. But I've got Lola and Fat Tasha. Kitty. So, but I cut one in half to see how big it was, just for the size of the cards. And I thought that is a really good way to be able to fit my 12 days on here in case I want to add photos later. So that's why I used this size, just because it's exactly half of one of my photos. So then what I can do is, now they print out this size, but what I can do is I can take my photos into a photo editor and put them side by side, just collage them in the photo editor. Then when I go to print it, it'll actually print out, like it would print out on one sheet, both of these photos much smaller, and then I would just cut in half to get 2 photos. Does that make sense? I think I explained that in the longest way possible, but you guys get what I'm saying. So that's why I did that. So I'm planning then, after I take off my little Advent cards, if I have some family photos that I want to save, then I can print them small and put them in place of whatever quote or box was there for my Advent calendar. So Amy says I lost her. I know, I explained that, like I said, in the longest way possible. So this is just a photo printer. It prints a set size of paper, this 2x3, And so it prints out just like this in a 2x3. I cut one in half to see kind of what would happen size-wise on the page. And I think this will be a good size to preserve memories in this format. So in order to make that happen, what I would do is just edit these together in a photo editor. I would take them while they're still digital into a photo editor, put them on the same photo essentially, then upload that photo to my phone and print it on my Sprocket. And then it would come out in one sheet as two tiny photos on the same sheet, rather than printing on one photo on one sheet. I don't know if that made it any clearer. So yes, I will put the info on the printer up for you guys. It's called an HP Sprocket. And there are a lot of these different little printable, or these little photo printers out there. There's like a Polaroid one. There's the Sprocket. I ended up with the Sprocket just because at the time that I bought mine, it was getting the best reviews. So that's why I bought this one. I don't really have any experience with the others, so I can't say. But I've been happy with this one. It's an inkless photo printer, and so you can print from your phone to the Sprocket. Did that go in for you guys? I didn't label it though, so now it's just a random link. Let me do it again so that you guys actually have HP Sprocket, and that should take you there. Okay, so that's it. But that's what that is, and that's the only reason I use this size. So that was a really long explanation, but that's why I'm using this size of card. I have a plan, okay? So I've got my cards. I've already kind of created little cardstock sizes of that. So I'm not actually taping photo paper down. This was just an example of the size that I was using. I just cut one up to try to figure out what size I needed. So these are my cardstock, and they're gonna be the covers of my advent calendar. And I'm just gonna tape them down with washi tape, I think. That's kind of my plan. I've got some pretty gold washi tape that I think will be fun. And those will be my flaps for my little 12 days of Christmas. So I'm gonna go ahead and create some boxes here around them. And then I can decorate my cards and put them on and add some quotes and things like that. So we may not get it all finished today because, like I said, I meant to have some of this pre-positioned for you guys, but I'll take you through it and we can talk about it, and then I can post photos of the final product that'll make everything really clear. I can put a post up on the blog for you guys. And I meant to do this for you too. If you are new around here and you don't know who I am Megan, and I'm from Page Flutter, and I'm gonna post some information in the top of this post for you guys. And it's got all of my blog information on it. Okay, so the link to my blog is in the post description for this video. So if you looked up top, it should be there now. Let me see. And it may not refresh until we're done being live. But anyway, so I will have a more detailed view of this page when we're all finished with it up on the blog. So hopefully that helps. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start kind of drawing some of these boxes. My cards are in some places just a little bit bigger than the dots on my page, and that's okay. I'm all right with that. I'm just kind of giving them each a little bit of a defined area with my pen here. I'm not crazy about the size that I'm using. I'm gonna switch to a 05, and it's a Tombow mono drawing pen. And I've shared the link before, but it's just, if you go to tombowusa.com, you can order them through them. They're not available on Amazon yet, I don't think. So, all right, that's one. And this is gonna be two. So I'm kind of just using them as a size guide, my cards, because I want them to be a certain size in my journal. And then I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna stamp these cards with the stamps that I saved from Whitney, and then I'm gonna decorate them. And then when that day comes up, I can peel the card off and I'll have a fun quote underneath, or I can add a family photo on top of that quote if I wanna save my family photo. I'm also going to leave a few gaps. You guys probably noticed when I had this laid out that I have a few gaps here in my layout. of my cards. And I did that on purpose because I want to be able to add some fun lettered quotes. And then if I choose to cover up some of these later with a family photo, I still have a few, you know, fun quotes in there, and I haven't like given them all up. So, okay, I've got a bunch of new people in here. I want to make sure I'm not missing any questions here. Okay. Hi, Melanie. Okay, we're good. All right, let me just keep going so we can get this done and get to the fun stuff. I really love this time of year. I mean, fall is officially my favorite time of year, but winter, the holidays in general, are just usually very special to me. All right. Do you guys have any fun holiday traditions that you do at home? Like, when I was a kid, my mom used to make gingerbread men, and she would hang them up on this little tiny Christmas tree, and we could walk by and eat little gingerbread men off of the Christmas tree, which is kind of fun. That was always a fun tradition. My kids don't like gingerbread, so I think we're going to do sugar cookie men this year instead. But, you know, the effect is still the same, I guess. So Amy's in a new state, starting new traditions. That can be fun too, when you kind of have a clean slate and you get to, you know, just try new things, see what sticks. That's kind of fun. I think next year that's going to be our way of operating. We're just going to be creating all kinds of new traditions. So, I guess those of you who are in these videos a lot, you guys know, but if you're new, we are moving to Japan next year in the summer, and I'm really excited about it. I'm just over the moon to be going. It's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of you know, new cultural things to explore, which I'm excited about. So next year, I think our Christmas will be way different, but we'll see what we end up doing. All right, I'm getting there on these. All right, so I've got a few different washi tapes that I'm going to choose from. I sort of wish that I had had time to go to the store or order some Christmas themed ones because I didn't have time. But I'm just going to use what I have on hand. If you wanted to, you could always, you know, use a fun Christmas one. Like, I wish I had a candy cane striped one. That would be really fun, but I don't, so I'll just make do. I probably don't really honestly need any more washi tape in my life. I've probably got plenty. I need to be honest about that. Okay, so there, I've got at least my my areas sort of created, and I can come in here and do some fun quotes, some lettered quotes. But first, I think I'm going to want to decorate my cards with you guys, and then I can come in here and do some fun lettering and post the final product at the end. How do you guys feel about that? Okay. Okay, so let's see what we do. You guys let me know what you would rather see. Would you rather see me decorate the cards first, or would you rather see me do the lettering first? I'll let you guys kind of pick that. So you can go ahead and drop a comment down below and let me know what order you would like to see this happen in. I'm going to leave a gap here at the top so that I can add some decorations or lettering in there and kind of make it fun. And from there to there. Let's see what people are saying. Make sure my comments are scrolling. Sometimes my comments don't scroll the way I want them to. Yeah, Beth says washi tape is like pens, you never have enough. Isn't that the truth? Lettering. Lettering. Okay, everybody wants to see the lettering. Okay, so that's what we'll do. I'll do 1 or 2 stamped cards, and then the rest we'll just kind of focus on lettering. How's that? Does that work? Because I know that you guys like to watch the drawing and the lettering more than anything else, I think. All right. I haven't really decided yet on styles though for lettering, so you guys are gonna test my skills today. We're gonna see if I can walk the walk, if I can make this happen. We'll do a nice little gap there. My sister and I were talking about Christmas traditions yesterday, and we were thinking like that. I think she had heard, I can't remember what country she had heard that this was a tradition in, but that like all of the books would come out on Christmas Eve, so everyone would go out to the bookstore and pick their book, and then everyone would go home and just stay in and read together all night. I thought that sounded like a lot of fun. I wish we had something like that. That would be awesome. I mean, not so awesome for the people who are working on Christmas Eve, though. So, I guess, you know. But here it seems like everybody ends up working on Christmas Eve anyway. Like, if they work in retail, everyone's working anyway. But, okay, let's see. I always like the pajama exchange, too. Like, when people do the pajamas on Christmas Eve. And then you sleep in your new PJs and wake up on Christmas morning. It's always fun. Going here. Let's see if I can speed this up at all. Amy says, you can do it. CJ too, you can. Hi, Elizabeth. Dawn, I know, it's totally hygge, isn't it? To like stay in and read your book all night. Totally hygge. I love it. I think it's magical. I would love to stay in and snuggle in with a book all night. Like that just sounds like a wonderful evening to me. Staying in with a book and a hot cocoa. You're set for the night. Don't need anything. I'm really, really looking forward to this weekend. I think this has been like a really, really busy week for both me and my husband. So I think we're both looking forward to the weekend. So then we have, you know, like kids' birthday parties and things like that. And then on Sunday, I'm going to that virtual self-care retreat, the journaling retreat, which I'm so excited about. And if you guys probably saw it in the newsletter, but there's a special secret link that she gave just for my readers, my subscribers, so that you guys can get the discounted rate if you guys want to come to the self-care retreat. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I've got like special socks set aside that I'm going to wear, and I've got, you know, my favorite coffee mug and my journal and my favorite pens, and I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be really good. It's something that I need for sure. I guess I should share that link with you guys. I think I know a lot of you. I think I pinned, you know what? I pinned the information to the top of my Facebook page. So you guys can find it there too. But I guess I'll drop the link here too. Just in case you guys get lost. Okay. All right, so let's get started with the lettering part. No, before we do that, let's do some stamping. Okay, so these are the stamps that you'll get from Whitney, and she's at lifebywhitney.com. And they come in this little plastic sleeve, and I already took one off and like tested it and had fun with it. And mine are the Christmas stamps. So I don't know if I did that on camera or not. So it comes in this little plastic sleeve from Winnie. And they're the clear kind that you can pull off and put on a stamp block. So I have a stamp block here that you can get these at like any craft store, usually in like the stamping section. So I've got that. And which one should we use? We've got Christmas trees, snowmen, stockings, presents. I like this little snow globe. Let's do the snow globe. I think that's really cute. So you peel it off and then put it on your stamp block. Just like that. Okay. Now try to get it straight. There we go. And then I have this little ink pad here. This is nothing fancy. I think this came with another set of stamps like this, like planner stamps. And yeah, definitely nothing. Oh, don't worry. We'll do the snowman. I know you guys are asking for snowman now. We'll do the snowman. There's a snowman in this snow globe too. So, but we'll do the snowman on another card. Okay, so I'm just going to ink it a little bit. And then I'm going to center it on my card. Oops. It helps if I put it on a flat surface, I think. There we go. So I just did it again. The nice thing about these clear stamps is that, if you're like me and you can't stamp straight for the first time, you can stamp it, and then since it's clear, you can see through it, and you can actually line it up again and stamp it twice. So I did that, and I got this cute little snow globe guy. You see that? How cute is that? So that's going to be my little advent card, and I'll decorate it and color it, and I might give these guys like a little border of some kind, and I'm just going to tape it down with some washi tape. And then now that that's done, I'm going to work on some lettering on these and do some like fun little holiday sayings or holiday quotes. But and at the very end, when this page is all done, I'm going to have all of these little cards taped down over my little quotes, and I can number them in the corners and do, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, and all that. And I can number them, and then I'll just come in and I'll peel that guy away, and underneath I'll have a fun little quote. And then if I want, I can use my Sprocket to print some family photos and put that little family photo there, and I'll have that to save. So I think that's going to be really fun. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think that this is turning out well. I really wasn't sure how this was going to work. I'm like, how are we going to do this advent calendar in a journal? But then we have like, you know, just little, oh, I didn't let that dry enough. I think I just smeared it, but that's partly because of the ink I'm using too. I don't think it's super fancy, but I also have a permanent ink pad that's like one of the Distress ink pads. And the only reason I didn't use this one is because it's permanent ink and sometimes it bleeds through the page. So I just used this other little one that's a little bit better, but it erased away, so we didn't lose anything. Everything's good. We're good. Me and my smearing. It seems like every video I smear something, right? Okay, now we can move on to some fun lettered quotes. I already kind of made a list of some things that I thought would be fun to letter on here. And I'll grab some pens. And I've got Dear Santa, I Can Explain. Let's start with that one. Story of my life, right? So let's do that. I'm going to take this double-sided Feud no Suke, known as Feuds. These are Tombow Feuds. And I don't know if I have the link for this guy. Let me see if I can get it for you. Let's see, Tombow Feud double-sided. I think that's what it is. I'll have to find that for you guys later. I'll put it in the replay because I'm not sure where I guess maybe this one has it in there. Yeah, it does. So this one is a 3-pack, so it has the double-sided one, and then it has like the firm tip Feuds and the soft tip Feuds. There's a lot of different varieties, but I'll drop that for you. The Feuds, I'm gonna call this one, okay? So it's in the comments called Feuds. Okay, so we'll do Dear Santa. I'm gonna start with the black side, and then I might do a a shadow afterwards. We'll do Dear Santa, I Can Explain. And I'm just going to do it here in the middle because that's a cute quote. Cute little wording, lettering thing. And I wouldn't want to cover that one up. You guys see what I'm doing? Okay. Okay, got our Dear Santa there. And then I'm just gonna do a little bit of a different style here underneath. So what I'm doing with these pens, if you guys have not tried hand lettering yet, if you're using a brush pen, you want to press down on the down strokes and then use less pressure, so lift up on the up strokes. So, oh, Yvonne's saying on the frames I could outline them with washi tape to frame them. That's a good idea too. That's a very good idea. Okay. All right, so we've got one there, and that one will stay put. We won't move that one. So it just says, Dear Santa, I Can Explain. Can you guys see that? And that's how that turned out. So that was using the brush pen where I pushed down on the down strokes, lifted up on the up strokes, and then I just sort of gave it a little bit of a bounce so that the letters aren't necessarily straight all the way across. You sort of bounce down and up as you're going across. So hopefully that helps. Okay, there we go. Amy says she has a lot of explaining to do. Who doesn't, right? And you can always come back with the gray side of this pen and add like a little bit of shadowing to the lettering, which is kind of a fun thing to do. Kind of adds a little bit of dimension to things, makes them a little bit more interesting. But anyway, I'll work on that a little bit more later. So we can do another quote for you guys. I have this whole list of things that I kind of grabbed. So we did this one. We did that one. I did Snowmen Live Forever in Our Hearts. That's a fun one, right? So let's do something a little bit more. I'm going to do that over on one of these. Just, okay. And I like sometimes to just go back and add little feet, little serifs to my letters, just because I think that makes for a lot of, it makes things really interesting really fast, and it's not very difficult to do. So on this one, I just wrote snowmen normally, and then I just went back and added those little doot doot doot, those little serifs, and that makes it really fun and interesting. So snowmen live and then I'll do forever scripted. And I'm actually not going to use a brush pen for that. I'm just going to do it this way. In just like a nice cursive. So, in our and let's grab a red pen. Okay, here. And we'll put an S on hearts. Snowmen live forever in our hearts. Cute, huh? I love that. Okay, so let's keep going. So I think you guys kind of sort of get the idea with that. Now over here I thought maybe we could do like a fun, maybe a little Christmas doodle. I'm sort of thinking a wreath. Wreaths are a lot of fun, and that's something that if I teach you this now, you guys can use this to create wreaths anywhere else you want in your journal, whether you use it for a dashboard or just a regular decoration. So let's do that really quickly. And then I'll try to finish up some of these stamps, and we'll get them kind of taped down, and then you guys can see how it's gonna, you'll sort of get an idea of how it's gonna look as we, oh, I'm reaching in my drawer and my circle maker is right up here. You guys recognize this guy, huh? The famous circle maker. And I'm going to, let's see, how big do I want to make this guy? Not too big. Maybe here. I will tell you, the insides of this little guy, the inside circles are much harder to use than the outside ones. Like out here you have more leverage, so these are really easy to make. The ones on the inside are just a little trickier. But that worked out well. So I just made myself a little pencil line for my wreath. It's just going to guide me. I'm going to erase it. It doesn't need to be perfect. And I'm going to come in here with a 03 Tombow, and I'm just going to start making leaves. This is very easy to do. I'm just kind of doing these little looped lines. I'll hold that up for you guys. That's all that this is going to be. It's almost like a little, what are they called? Is it boxwood? Those little loopy, somebody help me out who knows plants, because I don't know plants. Those little boxwood wreaths that are, they're just sort of little tiny round, little tiny round leaves, and they all lump together in like this beautiful wreath. So, and then I'm going to, before I close my wreath here, I want to make a little bow on top. So I'll do my bow. So I sort of drew a little bit of a knot there at the top, and I'm going to draw a loop for my bow, and then I'll draw another line around it. So I just drew two lines, and then that made that part of my bow. I'm going to come back around and do it on this side. Okay, and then I can sort of create a little bit of a ribbon effect at the bottom. Okay, so then I have a little bit of a bow there at the top of my wreath, and I'll finish up the leaves going all the way around. Okay, you can always turn your journal upside down if you need to a different angle. Alright, I love wreaths. I think wreaths are probably my favorite part of any holiday, because it seems like now you don't just do wreaths for Christmas. Everybody has, you know, Easter wreaths and fall wreaths and 4th of July things that they put on their doors. Everybody sort of does things for different holidays. And then I can leave this black and white, or I can come back and color it. Kind of up to how things look at the end. These are really easy to draw, which is one of the reasons I like them. They're really easy. It's just a matter of repeating the elements enough time. You know, you draw one loop and then you just keep drawing it. And it's almost like Zentangle, except that it takes the shape of something over time. Maybe that's why I like botanicals, because a lot of them are like that. You just, they're really simple things. They're not complicated to draw, but they're kind of hypnotic too when you're drawing them. Very meditative. I'm not sure what he's reading out there, but he's reading a book, and they're talking about bananas, I think. He says, uh-oh, bananas. All right, and then I'm around the bow here up top. I'm going to try to go in there and create some little leaves in a way that's not going to make it look super crazy. I'm not going to make it look like I've kind of drawn, like I'm going to try to draw around the bow. I can always kind of go in and fill things in later and make them look fuller if I need to. All right, so that's pretty good. That's pretty nice. So we've got a happy little wreath there. And I can always make that bigger later if I want to. And then I'm gonna do some more stamping on these cards because I wanna really give you guys a chance to see how some of these stamps come together. So here we go. And we'll just do them. I'll grab my stamp block, which I threw over here, my stamp pad. Okay, so I'm going to peel the plastic off this just so we can get to the stamps just a little easier. One thing I like about these stamps that she made is that the plastic is still connected. So when you peel them off, like you can put that plastic back, which I really like. So, all right. Let's do the snowman since somebody already requested that. And I'm actually going to put 4 stamps on my block at once because I'm wild that way. I live on the edge, guys. I've got a little Rudolph there. I've got a little candy cane, a snowflake. Let's do some of these. Okay. We'll do our snowman first. Okay. Stamp my little snowman. There he is. He turned out cute. There he is. So cute. Yeah, sure, Yvonne. I can give you a close-up of the stamps. So let me move this plastic kind of out of the way. So here we go. Can you guys see these? They're kind of hard to see. Let me put something behind them so you can see it just a little bit better. There. Put my journal behind them. So you can see there's a little Christmas tree, a snowman, stocking lights, a turkey, a present, snowflake, little Christmas baubles, the snow globe, which we already did, a winter hat, Rudolph, a star, a wreath, another snowflake, a candy cane, another Christmas bauble, a skier, bells, a gingerbread man, candles, another present, Santa Claus, and looks like holly. So the stamps are from, Shawnee, the stamps are from, wait, light bulbs? What do you mean, Amy? What's light bulbs? Not boxwood. Those are light bulbs. My wreath? Are you talking about my wreath? I'm gonna stand by it. I think it's a boxwood. Maybe not. I don't really know plants though, to be perfectly fair. So, but yeah, these here are Christmas lights. Did I say boxwood on the Christmas lights? These are Christmas lights. Okay. So the stamps are from Life by Whitney. So if you go to lifebywhitney.com, she's got these stamps that she just put out, and I was excited to try them. And I thought they were cute because they were all tiny little planner-sized stamps for the holidays, which I was really, it's hard to find things that are just sized just perfectly for planning. So, okay, so let's keep going. So we did our little snowman. I'm gonna stick him over there. I'm gonna do a little Rudolph here. So I just put my stamp on the four corners of my block, and then that way I can kind of have four on there at once without stamping on the paper multiple times. Okay, there's my little reindeer. Oops. And I think he's Rudolph. I think he must be. Rudolph is, let's face it, Rudolph is a hero. They only turn heroes into stamps. Okay. A little candy cane here. Now let's do this one sideways, because I need some more sideways ones. There we go. There's a candy cane. So I'll show you how that turned out. Super cute. So I'll put that guy there. And so you can kind of see now how this is all going to come together with all my little stamps on there. That it's going to have these cute little covers on our little mini advent calendar. So, and then I've got a snowflake here. That'll be our last batch for this one, and then I'll change out the stamps on the block. Okay, and there's a pretty little snowflake. They stamped really clean. I'm happy with the way that they stamped, for sure. I didn't have any problem stamping them. I think the first one, I had it on my journal, and so I just didn't have a flat surface underneath it, and that's why I had to stamp it twice, but the rest of these, they're stamping really clean. So I really like them. And then when you're done with them, you just peel them off your block, stick them right back on their spot on the plastic, and you can save them for next time. And if you're like me, you didn't wipe them or clean them first, so now you have ink on your fingers. Okay. What should we do next? Let's see. Let's do the gingerbread man. He's cute. Let's do the present. That's cute. And we'll do some little Christmas. I got to do a Christmas tree, right? Almost obligatory. And then we'll do some of these little Christmas ornaments. Probably need some holly next too. So I'm just going to grab the holly there because I'm pretty sure I'm going to use that one. All right, let's get going. Let's get stamping. Okay. You guys see what I'm doing here? Make sure there are no questions as I'm going. So Kathleen missed the beginning, and so here's what I'm doing. If you guys are just now joining us, I am making a Christmas or holiday or whatever we want to adapt it for. I am making a 12 Days of Christmas Advent Calendar. So it's not a full Advent calendar, it's just a 12 Days of Christmas. And I'm using the flaps as a way of kind of covering up the little quotes that we're putting underneath. So our gift from the Advent calendar is the little quote or cute encouragement that we've put underneath. And then I am also, as I peel these away, if I have a fun family photo or memory that I can share, then I'm going to put the photo in the place of the quote, and that's what I'll save from the holidays. So the quote is kind of a fun little treat, but then I thought, really, and when it comes down to it, what am I going to save? And what's going to mean more to me in the long run? The quote that I uncovered or the memory that we made, and then that replaces the quote that I put underneath. So the quote was just kind of for fun to get me through the day, and then at the end of the day I can reflect on it, take nice photos, print them out, and then add them to my little 12 Days of Christmas memory keeper here. So it's kind of a, yeah, it's kind of a fun little quote page, a little scrapbooking page, just something that's kind of there more for memory keeping and enjoyment, personal enjoyment than anything else. So this is not helping me get my Christmas presents bought. This is not helping me stay organized or do any meal planning or plan for guests. It's just there to be fun and be memory making. Oops, I messed that one up. No problem. I'm just going to turn it over and I'm going to stamp it again. Okay, here we go. There we go. I stamped my desk a little bit too, but that's all right. This desk has been through it, guys. It puts up with a lot. We've got a gingerbread boy here. Okay. And I stamped the side of the card a little bit. And I just stamped my desk again. I'm having a rough time right now. Okay, let me try this again. I should just get a piece of paper to put behind it. That would probably help. And let me peel this guy off because I think I just got my little gingerbread boy too close to the present, and that's why I'm having issues. Okay, there. Now I've got a good gingerbread boy to put on there, and he's adorable. You guys want to see him? Look how cute. So cute. Oh yeah, Amy says she puts wax paper down. That's smart. I'm just obviously not that smart. I don't think these things through. You know what? My desk is such a messy place anyway. When I get in a creative mode, my desk just becomes a mess, and I just let it go. I just go with it. So it actually cleans up really well. I've never spilled anything on this desk so far, knock on wood, that I haven't been able to later get off, you know, just by wiping it with a rag. So, okay. And we've got Holly here, and we've got Santa. How many more do I need? 3? Yeah, 3. Okay. We did our little Christmas baubles. We did the Christmas tree. We need a stocking. And how about what do you guys think? The star or the wreath or the winter hat? What do you guys think? First vote gets it. First comment gets it. Star, wreath, winter hat, or bells over here too. So let's see. Let's see who's going to be quick draw in their comments to pick the stamp. Hat! Hat got it! Good job! All right, hat got it. Here we go. Okay, we got Santa here. I've got some more cards hiding underneath here, I think. I've got cards over here. I've got cards here and here. Okay, so let me go ahead and get these guys done. I'm going to do Santa sideways. There's Santa. I'm going to do the stocking. Let me see if I can just finish these up real fast for you guys. The stocking. And then the winter hat. I love these little winter hats. I think they're so cute. I think I inked that one too much. Maybe not. Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me get this stocking off here because I put them too close again. All right. Oops. Okay. And there's my little winter hat. So all of my little doors for my advent calendar now are done. So those are my little doors. And got all that ink on my desk. Okay. That'll come right off though. Okay. So I've got those all ready to go, and then I can just tape them down. But before I tape them down, I would want to finish all the lettering. But this is what we're going to end on today. And then I am going to, here's the plan for this. I'm going to do a fun header. I'm going to kind of color these and decorate these little doors a little bit. I'm going to tape them down with washi tape because, oops, not that one, the gold one. I like this gold washi tape for Christmas. So I'm going to tape them down with my gold washi tape. And then underneath here, I'll have my quotes. And each day, day 1, 2, 3, 4, I can number these later when I decide which one's going to go down. Then I will peel them away and I'll have a fun little quote to enjoy during the day. And then at the end of the day, I can, if I want, I can add a family photo. If I have a family photo that I want to put in that area, then I can just print it on my little HP Sprocket zinc paper and stick it right in there. And if you guys missed the beginning, you should know that this is half the size of zinc paper. So I would end up printing 2 photos at once on one sheet of paper, and it comes out this size, which is twice as big. And then I would just have to cut it in half to get the 2 photos. So that's how that's gonna work. But yeah, what do you guys think? So I think I'm gonna color these little stamps just because they're super cute, and I think I'll come in there and color them with either my fine liners or my Tombow Twin Tones. But they're super cute. And I think that's going to be a fun way to decorate throughout the holidays. And then I thought, the one I didn't get to use were the holiday lights. These little lights right here, the stamp. And let me stamp it real fast because I'm thinking what I would end up doing is only using half of it, just covering half the stamp, and then just using it as a border around the page. So let me do that real fast. I put my stamp block up here. Yeah, so I think I would just end up using half of it. So I know Amy was saying wax paper, and that is a good idea, just to cover things with wax paper. But I'm going to cover half my stamp here with a Post-it before I ink it, because then I'll get a single line of lights instead of 2. So I'm going to cover that. I'm going to ink it. We'll see how this works. Let's try it. Let's see if my brilliant idea pans out. What do you guys think? Let's find out. So I've inked half of it, so you can see my Post-it is covering half my stamp. And then I'm going to peel it off. And then when I go to stamp that, now I ended up with a single line of lights because this stamp is a double, but I did it like that. It works. Good. So I might do something like that around the border of the page, just to do like a line of lights all around. Or I might just draw them. I might just draw the lights because they're very easy to draw and they go very quickly. So that's it for our little advent calendar, and I'm going to finish up the quotes and I'll post them on the website. There will be a full post on it and I'll have photos, and then there will be a replay of this video in case you missed anything, any of the techniques that I used. But there really weren't very many techniques involved. I really just cut these little cards, sized them to the size that I wanted for my notebook. I did a little bit of lettering with a brush letter, and then I just stamped them with a stamp. I mean, can't really mess that up, right? It's pretty easy. So that's it. Amy says, will you guys see me on Monday? I don't think so. Next week's going to be kind of crazy. I will tell you guys that I am probably going to be completely offline a little bit next week. We had an unexpected death in the family, and I'm probably going to have to be traveling for that. So yes. So next week, if I'm hard to get a hold of, that's what's going on. But I will probably have some posts and things like that up. But yeah, I'm really just looking forward to this weekend, doing my self-care thing. I really hope that you guys make it for that. I would love to see some of you in there. And I'm looking forward to just kind of relaxing. But next week I will have some posts and things like that, and I will try to get a live up at some point during the week, depending on how my schedule goes. Next week is just kind of in flux. I don't yet know what's going to happen. So, oh, thank you, Amy. Thank you, CJ. I appreciate that. But if there's anything else that you guys have questions on, you can drop me a comment below. You can always email me at megan@pageflutter.com if you have questions. And if you go to my website, all of last month's videos where we set up my 2018 journal are in the Planvember section of the website. So you just go to the main menu, hit Planvember, and they're all there for you to watch, along with all of the links to supplies that were mentioned or things that we talked about. and the replay of the videos. So they're all in there, you know, close-up photos of all the pages for you to make it nice and easy if you want to copy them or, you know, use them for inspiration for your own pages. Then this one, same thing. I'll have it. It's not going to be in the Planvember section because it's not Planvember anymore. I'll just have it as a regular blog post, and I'll probably have it in the journaling section or the creative living. It might be in creative living because I have a creative living section just on the main menu, and this might be in that section just because it's kind of a creative project. Just sort of fun. Just a fun little creative project. I can't wait to fill these in with a bunch of little lettering and cursive and quotes and things like that. So I'll give you guys, do you guys want to hear the quotes, that some of the ones that I picked so far? Do you guys want to hear some of those? Let me move you back around here. And okay, so I have a whole list here of these. They're kind of fun. So a very simple one, may your days be merry and bright. Let's skip the tree and hang mistletoe. That's a fun one. We did snowmen live forever in our hearts. We did that one already. Time for a long winter's nap. Hark the herald angels sing. Maybe Christmas, he thought, means a little bit more. I love The Grinch, so that's one of my favorite Christmas stories to read. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. And then sleigh bells ring, are you listening? So those are the ones that I've picked out so far. And I don't know if I'll get to all of them. I don't know if I'll do a little lettered quote underneath each card. But I'm going to sit here and have fun and do some fun journaling today. And I will hopefully be able to get the post up for you guys either later today or tomorrow. So, Shani, is it Shani or Shani? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But the website is pageflutter.com, pageflutter.com. And, oh, good. I'm glad this is your first one. Well, I'm glad to have you here. And, yeah, you can always find all my info at the website there. And, yeah, so when you go to pageflutter.com on the main menu, Shawnee, just hit Planvember, and then you'll be able to find all of the replays for the videos. So that's it. All right. I will see you guys. I might see you guys next week. If I don't, then I'll see you the week after that. And I'm trying to come up with a more, I'm trying to finalize what our schedule is going to be for the live videos going forward. I haven't picked a day yet, but I'm probably going to have at least one day a week that we come here and do the lives, and you guys can ask questions and make suggestions and requests for different types of videos that you want to see. So once I have that nailed down, I'll make sure that it goes out in an announcement on the blog, here on my Facebook page, and in my newsletter. So then you guys will know exactly when we're always going to be doing them. So what's the connection? Did I lose you guys? Oh, no, I'm here. Okay, I think my connection's going wacky today. So, yeah, I think I lost you guys. So some of you still made it back. Anyway, that's it for today. I think my connection ended on us just in time. So, yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.